Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muslim. We'll be talking about introduction. To embark on this topic, I will elucidate what is actually racial discrimination. Racial discrimination occurs when a person is treated less favorably or not given the same opportunities as others in a similar situation because of their race, the country where they were born, their ethnic origin, or their skin color. However, in education, we see a lot of discrimination that happens around us. Inclusive education proposes that all students have a right to the same education. It's not something that can or should be earned, and it's not something that a student must prepare and get ready for. In Hadith, all humans are descended from Adam and Eve. From this Hadith, we could say all humans are same in the eyes of Him.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Khairin Akmal. My metric number 2218265. Inshallah, I will talk about problem statement of racial discrimination. All forms of discrimination, including racial discrimination, are prohibited in Islam. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has mentioned in Quranic verse 49:13, O men, behold, we have created you all out of a male and female, and have made into nation and tribes, so that you might come to know one another. Verily, the noblest of you in the sight of God is the one who is the most deeply conscious of Him. Behold, God is all-knowing, all-aware. Our goals or our aims of this project is to address discrimination from an Islamic perspective, promoting justice and equality in accordance with Islamic teachings. Our objective of this project to highlight the Islamic values by highlighting how Islam promotes unity, understanding, and respect among people. Besides that, our project aims to create an environment that reflects the Islamic principles of justice, equality, and compassion, thereby promoting a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood among university students. As an example, on October 13th, 2007, the Commonwealth Initiative is an interfaith dialogue program that aims to build bridge of understanding and cooperation between Muslims and Christians. It has successfully facilitated discussion and fostered relationships based on shared values of love of God and love of neighbor.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Saleh Abdurrahman, metric number 2216457, and I will be presenting our proposed solution, the peer support program, which what we call UNITY is an acronym of United for Equality. So we will dive deep into what is UNITY and what is its program component. In our ever-evolving world, diversity and inclusivity have become fundamental pillars of a thriving society. It is essential that we foster an environment where unity and equality prevail. Today, we present to you our proposed solution, Unity, United for Equality, inspired by the timeless principle found within the Islamic teachings. At the heart of our solution is the aim to eliminate racial discrimination and promote support among students, drawing inspiration from the successful practice of the Muslim Student Association (MSA) in the North America, where a Muslim-based society thrives over there. We believe that by embracing Islamic values such as justice, empathy, and fairness, we can build a community that thrives on unity and equality. Together, we can lay the foundation for a brighter future, one where every student feels valued, supported, and empowered. Now that we have an understanding of the peer support program Unity, let's explore the core components that contribute to its effectiveness and impact. The first one will be mentorship programs, taking inspiration from successful practices like the Muslim Student Association (MSA), a Muslim-based university society club that thrive in the North America. We establish mentorship initiative. These programs pair senior students with incoming students, providing guidance, support, and a sense of unity within the students' community. The second one will be comprehensive volunteer training. We recognize the critical role of well-trained volunteers in driving meaningful change. To ensure the success of our mentorship programs, we provide comprehensive training to our dedicated volunteers. This training focuses on Islamic values such as justice, empathy, and fairness, equipping them with the necessary knowledge and skills to effectively support and guide their peers. And the last one will be education and dialogue. We believe in the power of education and dialogue to foster understanding and promote unity. Through workshops and seminars, we explore Islamic teachings on equality and respect. These sessions create opportunities for participants to engage in thoughtful discussion and gain deeper understanding of the principles that underpin our program. By combining these program components, Unity, United for Quality, aims to create an environment where diversity is celebrated, discrimination is eradicated, and students can thrive together in unity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Luqman Al-Furqan bin Suhaji. My metric card number is 211-8599. And I'll be talking about reporting mechanisms to combat or to overcome this problem or this social problem. And I would like to propose reporting mechanism as a way how we combat these social problems. And it is a campaign that aims to advocate university community regarding equality as what Islam has brought and racial discrimination to Islamic perspectives. And I would like to bring you a verse from the Quran that Allah has stated about equality and how Islam treats others or other races or other religions in the same way, as long as they are not opposing what Islam brought to them or brought to the Islam community. It is in Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 13. Its translation is, O people, we created you from a male and a female, and we made you races and tribes, that you may know one another. The best among you before Allah is the most righteous. Allah is knowing and aware. From this ayah, meaning that there is no speciality in a community when you are Malay, for example, for instance, or if you are Chinese, so you are better than the other races, and vice versa. So in my opinion, this campaign could be the right platform to raise our conscience regarding this matter. And this can be achieved through academic discourse and dialogues, for instance, and advocacy efforts to the university community in order to combat racial discrimination among the students. It based on colorblind and across religion principles. For that reason, we look forward to serve all racial victims in university, regardless of their racial background. And lastly, my recommendation is to provide a platform for the victims to lodge a report towards the malicious act. It is targeted to meet some important criteria. First, confidential reporting mechanism aligned with principles of justice. Second, encourage people to speak up against discrimination. And last but not least is It must be linked with university authority to tighten enforcement. As an example that has been done in UK, United Kingdom, the Tell Mama means measuring anti-Muslim attacks is a project in the UK, provides a platform for individuals to report anti-Muslim incidents anonymously. It collects data on hate crimes and offers support to victims while advocating for stronger legal protection. So in order to slow things down in our universities, I want to duplicate this kind of solution so that we can live in a harmonious way. Next, in order to make this thing happen, is collaboration and partnerships. But why we need to collab with another bodies or whatsoever? Because we need a stronger voice or collaboration, in other words, with Islamic bodies or other organizations could give a good exposure to university community in our effort to combat the injustice. The purpose of this collaboration is to raise these problems so that the community will alert and change the stigma. Lastly, we could build a strong and broad movement against the social problem based on Islamic principles. That's all from me. Thank you.
Moving on to the expected outcomes, we are expecting the impactful outcomes from this project. The first one is it contributes to fostering a society that upholds the Islamic values of justice, equality, and compassion. We expect this to grow this kindness in our university environment to get this equality for all students. We also are expecting to enhance awareness of racial discrimination to make our society realize this problem is a catalyst in our society. Next, we really hope that the reduction in discrimination among students in the university would happen, so our education system can get away from the discrimination itself and could become the best education system in the future. Moving on to the call of action, we think that it would be so much better to support this project in order for us to fulfill the Islamic duty and promote justice, equality, and harmony, which align with the system development goals, which is Sustainable Development Goals 4, which is quality education, SDG 10, reduced inequalities, and Sustainable Development Goal 16, peace, justice, and institutions. Eventually, we will combat racial education among students that has been happening around us to a halt. I think that is all from us. Thank you so much for listening.